Hello everybody, how good of you to join. Welcome back to Crown Falls. In this episode we finally want to build these scholar residences. Let's get cracking with some scholar residences. There we have the first ones. I'm going to build them in a few blocks here so that we can have the first one. Can I build blueprinted one? Yes. And we can only start with 5 for starters, right? So I cannot squeeze in too many there at once. Let's just see how they look there as well. There is one, for example, just next to our big research institute, righto, and this one here should look in this direction, and this one here probably in this direction, right? And then we're just going to have a path here, and there we might actually have a fence or something like that. In this regard, we can build them now, so let's do it. The first 4 scholar residences. And there they are in all the glory. They look fantastic. I'm absolutely loving these buildings here. The Age of Intellect, the last age we have thus reached. We have unlocked now some new goods as well, because the scholars, as we can see, they require a few things. First of all, they require rum. Well, I do like to drink my rum myself, so I consider myself a scholar. And they need quite a lot of stuff there actually. Shoes, which is our new production chain here, the leather boots. For the needs, they do need a university. We don't have that one here. Canned food we do have though, but university they want too. And the scholar offers you guidance on the research institute. Another quest that we have there now that we can then do. So there we have these scholars, and there's the scholar residence. Yes, thank you for showing me that. By the way, the boots, they need the Sanga farm. Oh, that is something from Africa. So we do need to deliver then dead cows, I think, to make the boots out of it. Rather easy production chain for starters. By the way, yeah, we do need a university here though. Where should we have that? Right across the Scholar Institute, I think. So over here. Makes sense to me. It also is able then to reach all of these, well, scholars basically. There we can also have then a path. And by the way, that factory here doesn't look so bad in this area because, well, basically there's also no dirty train coming in. And it's gas, so it should also not smell that much like oil. Now, let's just have a look here about the university that we can have then right here. And then we can continue here once I can build them again. We can build them here. Oh, look at that. We can actually copy that. Now, that's interesting, right? We cannot build them directly, but we can copy that. There we can squeeze, or there we can cheese it, the mechanic that we have there. And here we can then have a few more of these scholar residences here. So we can already plan ahead there a bit. Oh, and we do get an epic item from the visitors. So affects the fisheries and pearl farms plus 40% productivity. I don't say no to that, especially since we can donate that to science. Right, so we're going to keep this one here for a little park perhaps. And yeah, basically we can continue then here with more scholar residences wherever we want to. This area perhaps for the university, we might just keep this a smaller park there as well, right? So that we have something here to offer them. And everywhere else we can build scholar residences from now on. The reach of the institute should be quite extensive anyway. Let's build the university, which is just across the institute. Very good. And more the residence area is coming together here. Of course we cannot build them yet because we don't have the permits. So what I like to do is, well, we might try to get the next permit there right away. Campus extension, 1,000 research points on that. Well, we do need to donate again. We do have quite a lot of items still that we can donate, especially all those crappy items down here. And there it is. And we have 1,000 research points. Very good. And let's continue. Campus extension number 2 gives us another building permit for those guys. And let's also squeeze in enough engineers again. Like this. Right, so it only takes 23 minutes now. But of course, we don't have any engineer workforce now. Alright, and we can continue now in the meantime while the researching is on its way. Oh, by the way, we could also have another sumptuous expedition, and look at that exhibition. We already finished the botanical one. I'm eager to find out because we are going to have the botanical garden soon, and at least one epic item, the Paris Shrine Sunburst for the attractiveness, and the Queen of the Andes. Very good. 2 more items there. And we might just go for the next botanical exhibition right away. This one here. And we actually should have now everything here as well, since the trade routes are working. So there should be everything that we need. And oh yeah, as we can see here, we are now also generating research points thanks to these scholar residences. So after a bit of time, when we have enough of these guys here, we don't need to donate anything to science anymore, but because they just generated themselves then all the time. This is something to keep in mind here. Now let's continue there. The exhibition is working for us now too. We need to go back to Africa because I really want to get finished there with the quest lines. So the house of Emperor Ketima's chief diplomat Binyam, a promising young man indeed to obtain such a charge and such a home at his young age. Alright, so my Barbara covered the 4th volume.
Hurry. Academic break.
So he has translated it now. There we have it. And we need to deliver that now back to Anitoni trading post.
He will be positively spitting for jealousy.
And there we have it. Alright, on the other hand, something else is here. Read Kyria's old diary, so the bitter orange. Kyria seems to be keeping something of importance close to her chest. Well, that's basically because she was banging Archibald. And let's just have a look. Where is the Kyria old diary?
Ship under attack.
Clear stations.
There it is.
Found any evidence of the ancient script?
Oh, but we've also now...
My own search
We can now turn in the evidence there of the ancient scripts.
Full lexicon. And in such short time? Unbelievable. Give it here. Doubtless it will be strewn with mistakes and approximations.
Approximations, alright. So he needs to still do some more stuff. And we can now read the diary, and there we have it. So buried orange blossoms. And but today I have come to know at least one who is warm, capable thoughts of the boy soul to distract me.
You have my respect and my help with translation if you require it.
Okay, we need to make a decision again about that. And there we also have the main quest still. So the old military records reveal something about her past. And there it is, the register. And we need to deliver that now where? No, we need to read it. And there we have it. And we probably will find here Archibald Blake, the Old World 1st Battalion, Vahadesha.
So Binyam knows.
So Binyam is the son of Archibald Blake and, yeah, Kyria. Now there we have it. The big mystery has been solved. And while she's talking, we can continue here with the optional quest here, Decipher the Inscription. Alright, so now we have the next steps ahead of us. So first of all, retrieve the translation, and we also have a little battle ahead of us.
Only for you to repay us with fiendish lies?
For science!
And there we have the new translation as well.
You must be able to reach him. I fear then we have no choice.
We have no choice. Well, do I not have a choice? Why do I need to defeat the frigates now? I thought we could go the crown way. Deliver or take the translation there to Ketima. That is the side quest still for Caduceus and Anitoni. I'm looking forward to the water temple though. I don't think this is so interesting there with the archaeology. But what gives? Let's actually go to war, I think. It's the only thing that we can do right now. There are our ships, and we need to get over here to those ships there and destroy them. What is actually happening here? Emperor Ketima regrets that the only way to deliver Kyria to Sir Archibald, so she may inform him that his prisoner Binyam is actually his long-lost son, is to destroy the mercenary vessels. Oh, alright. It's not the Queen or Archibald, it's mercenaries. So that is something we need to do there. And there we can turn in now also the translation.
Evidently, it is time they were brought back into the fold.
Yeah, and don't forget, Ketima, wants to unite all of these factions. So Vahadesha, Anitoni, and down here Angareb, he wants to unite them in an African empire. And Archibald Blake with the Queen want to unite the African factions and him into the Queen's empire, right? So there we have those two wars at the moment. And we're in the middle of that. And yep, our first step on the main quest is now to have the Epiphany here, destroying those warships there. On the way. It's going to be a nice little battle there. Let's also put those warships there to the task as well. Right, I want to see them in action. They just look so fantastic. And on the other hand, we still have also the discussion here. So Kidusi and Nitone the Desert will take it all. And the High Priestess refuses the truth, even when the ancient scriptures testify against her lies. Kidusi and Nitone was once a place of earthwork, and labor will give me the legitimacy. Alright, so they think they are scholars when in fact their ancient history is about laboring. And doubtless they felt being the sole keepers of lore gave them the power. Okay, let us hear no more of that. The Empire of Inbisa has no place for the malignant lies, of course. Do you see? So this is why it's not so bad after all to go with the Crown as well, because he's just like the Crown as well. He wants to unite everyone in the Empire, regardless of what they have to say or what they think. Right, so he's not a very good guy either. And let's deliver the decree of exile to Anitone. And I think this concludes then this faction storyline. So I don't feel so bad anymore of wanting them to unite into the Crown. And yep, while all of that is happening, let's also upgrade a few more of these shepherds to elders. We also have the monastery now here in the center. By the way, the monastery still doesn't have any ornaments there, so we might also just add a few of those beautiful trees there, perhaps a shed yet, where horses can drink from.
The Emperor would wish to hear no more of us.
Some nice little bushes and some trees then. Right across the monastery. And by the way, can we actually go in there? I think we can. No, we cannot. No, unfortunately we cannot go into the courtyard there, but still looking nice overall. Now, we have the Imperial Decree. Let's deliver it. She will not be happy about that.
Well, we shan't be cowed. Kidusi stands for truth, whatever trials this unfair ban bring.
Ship under attack.
And my fleet is ready down here. I think we have finished the quest, right? No, we still don't have that. So, sail to Kidusi and Nitone trading. And the scholars have a gift for us, a magnum opus.
If I do say so myself.
I think we already are here. There it is.
These chronicles herald
and oh, there we have it, the conclusion of the faction here, the Age of Lions, and there we have something for the museum, Chronicles of Inbisa, with 40 attractiveness and some diplomacy. If we donate it, we do get 50 research points out of it. Let's get this one to Tabarim, so we can collect everything there for delivery then. Let's attack. Now my ships are coming in. Let's have a look. We can use the mortar. Very good. I want to see the damage that it brings upon those ships. This will be a rather quick battle there, I'm sure. And yep. We are firing already. And let's fire the mortar. Oh no. Oh yeah, it's going in there. Look at that. That was the mortar just now. Beautiful. I love those battleships there, especially doing a lot of damage there. So of course they don't have any chance at all. We're not really losing anything, so the battle cruiser here is losing a bit of HP, but that's it.
Lives lost,
Down they are.
ships destroyed, and for what? So a kinglet may make a mistaken point?
The way is clear, and time is of the essence. Kyria must be brought to Sir Blake before he settles upon retaliation he will live to regret.
Archibald, I want to say you look well, but exertion does not become you.
Kyria? It is you. Those quizzical eyes. How could I forget?
Release him, Archibald.
Him? You mean? Not Binyam. He can't be.
Awo, Binyam is my boy.
The prisoner is to receive a full pardon. Return his possessions. We go to meet the Emperor.
That was easy. As soon as he found out it's the son, he's pardoning him right away.
I believe I know why you have freed Binyam and come before me.
Yanahoy Katema. There will be no war between us. For the truth is, I have no quarrel with any here, save
I
myself.
like his beard.
I have all along
When
had
he's talking.
power to do great good here, yet was distracted and upset by matters personal. I do not ask your forgiveness, Binyam, but perhaps in time.
He is no father of mine, nor has he earned that title.
He only saw me, Archibald. He did not see you for many years.
How often I wondered, yearned, but I never could. And I regret it. I regret it. No one could ever have replaced either of you. But I poured all that terrible guilt with constancy into Her Majesty's nurture and protection.
Then care for this land as much as you do her, and perhaps our peoples can still bond in sisterhood.
And that is why Kiburi Binyam, most patient Emperor Katema, I will make the necessary arrangements
Oh, he's going again.
for a swift departure, and open myself up to negotiations between our people. May Her Majesty hang me for it.
Okay, so there is no real side that you can choose. I thought I could choose the crown side, but it seems like the ending is still the same. So he's, you know, backing off again.
An explosion.
And this
One of
concludes the
your factories.
African questline. I think we still get a good epic item out of that. And yep, we
All
also
the
have this
arrangements
island
are
here
made. Not a
with
trace
some
left
hibiscus
on the
and
island.
seed. Oh, it doesn't really have the
Escort
best
me before
traits there.
Emperor Katema once more.
Escort me back to
I
an Emperor
am ready
Katima.
to
We'll do that
return.
with our smaller escort here. There you go.
Competitors
And
have
off
agreed
they
a
go.
peace
So
deal.
we need to wait now for these ships to arrive, and then we have the full disclosure, and this then finishes the African questline. But of course we still have the factions to complete, right? So the pirates faction and also the water temple that I'm looking forward to as well. But for now, let's go back to building a few things.
The non-aggression
After all, this is a
pact
building
has
game
ended.
and not too much story there. We have something to do, and that is the shoemaking. Right, so in Lord Dragon City, we have a bit of space here, and I want to use this
Ship
space.
under
Well, first of
attack.
all, we have the spice fertility and the bee abundance. We should be careful here for not using all of that space. Actually, let me think about something else. Because, oh, wait a second, the spices we have down
raised a
here,
settlement.
we're going to have the bee and I think the farm stem. Right, so we do need the Sangha farm. They don't need fertile ground. They can only be improved by it. So if we want, we can build them on non-fertile ground, but I don't think that's necessary, right? I think we don't need really any watering for those farms there. So let's just have them on this side here. Here, I'm not going to have anything anyway, so no more farms and stuff like that, and we could squeeze in some of those cow farms and here as well, right, that we're going to need. I have no idea how many we're going to need though. They produce every 1 minute, and the shoemakers, let's just check this one real quick. The shoemakers, oh, we have received new modules there for the palace as well. And the shoemaker produces every minute as well. So actually, yeah, for each Sangha farm, we do get 1 bootmaker. That means basically, let's start with 4. I think this should be fine. And we can still expand on that, right? So once we have a few of them then in this area, and 4 of them should be fine. I have no idea anymore how much space they need. Let's just check this one. I think it was a lot. Yep, it is actually a lot. We can squeeze them in here, and of course with those empty spaces there, let's just have a few trees there in between, because I just like that look. of those trees, surrounded by cows. Right? This is actually looking really good there. Now we're going to continue then with another farm down here. I want to have this one as close as possible there because we want to use the space there close to the ocean then as well. These are going to be some happy cows. Another 5 here, and this one we should be bringing in. Oh no!
The doors are shut.
Oh, and the exhibition is ended already. That was quick.
Tack.
Right, another 5 fields that it needs, and this one here, this will certainly not work out. So we might just squeeze it in like that. Difficult. Or we move this a bit further up here, and then we can squeeze in another farm here for sure. Four of them, very good, there they are. They don't cost that much when it comes to workforce as well, and we can just, you know, use the remaining space here for a few of those trees. So also, that is looking a bit nicer here overall. Perfect, that's coming along. The only thing we now need for those guys here, well, is a trading route. And for that, we do need a ship, and I'm going to use a ship that we have in Crown Falls, because once it arrives in Africa, we're going to have lots of resources there already. Let's create the trade route, and the trade route is going to go from Cape Trelawney, Crown Falls, to Mbesa, down here to Helbrun, it was. And we're going to use, let's just see what ship might we use on that. We do have a few ships available. There is one. Olympia 2. Olympia 2 is going to be on an epic task that is, yeah, delivering cows to Crown Falls. There it is, the Sanga cow. And I think 300, let's make it 400 tons. It's not going to be that much, of course, but that we have at least something here to offer. And by the way, do we have a good storage space here? No, we don't. So I should also increase the storage capacity of Helbrun there. It's actually only costing timber, that's nice. Right, let's build 4 storage depots here, and we could have them appear right next to it. There's also the trader now, as we can see, delivering the logs. So, oh, we also have some destroyed buildings here. Oh, yeah, the fire station. There it is now. Totally forgot about the fire station that we need here. And that's about it then. The paper mill is working, so we do now have the paper then, and the indigo, and all is left the manuscript manufacturers.